Big news for immigrants, workers, and families across the United States. USCIS has confirmed 8 major changes coming into effect this September 2025, and these updates will directly impact green card applicants, H1-B visa holders, and everyone filing I-485 adjustment of status applications. Whether you're in the middle of your immigration process or planning to start soon, these new policies could change everything. So stay tuned as we break down each change in detail, what it means, who it affects, and what you need to do right now to prepare. Let's start with Change 1, a new priority date calculation system for green cards. Starting September, USCIS will roll out a more dynamic and responsive visa bulletin update system, which means that your priority date could shift more frequently month to month. Rather than sticking to outdated demand models, USCIS will now use real-time visa usage data to update cut-off dates. This could benefit applicants who've been stuck in backlog for years. But it also means more volatility. Dates could move forward or backward faster than before. Change 2, digital filing required for most I-485 applications. Beginning September 15th, most I-485 applicants will be required to file online only through the USCIS portal. Paper filings will only be accepted in very limited circumstances. This is part of USCIS's digital modernization push, aiming to speed up processing and reduce human error. If you're still preparing to file, it's time to get familiar with the USCIS online account system because it will no longer be optional. Change 3, new biometrics waiver policy for H1-B and I-485 applicants. Good news here, USCIS is expanding its biometrics waiver policy. If you've submitted fingerprints in the last 10 years and there's no criminal or security issue on your record, you may automatically skip the biometrics appointment for certain applications. This applies to many H1-B extensions, I-485 renewals, and certain family-based categories. This could save you weeks of waiting time. Change 4, fee increase for premium processing and new timelines. Yes, it's true. Starting September 2025, the premium processing fee will increase from $2,500 to $2,805. But here's the twist: USCIS is also extending the processing time from 15 calendar days to 15 business days, giving them more flexibility to manage high demand. If you're thinking of using premium processing, file before the new fee kicks in to save money. Change 5, Employment Authorization Document, EAD, validity extended to 5 years. Here's a welcome change. For certain categories, including adjustment of status applicants and asylum seekers, EAD cards issued starting in September will now be valid for up to 5 years instead of 2. This reduces the need for frequent renewals and could ease the burden on both applicants and USCIS. It's a great step forward in reducing delays and uncertainty. Change 6, Public Charge Rule enforcement tightened. The updated interpretation of the Public Charge Rule goes into effect this September. Applicants for adjustment of status will face stricter scrutiny regarding their financial standing, especially if they have relied on government benefits. This means income, assets, household size, and affidavit of support documents will be more heavily weighed. If you're filing Form I-485 soon, double-check that your financial documents are strong, complete, and up to date. Change 7, new cap exemption for STEM H1-B graduates. Here's exciting news for tech workers and researchers. USCIS is launching a pilot cap exemption for STEM degree holders from USCIS universities. If you have a master's or PhD in a qualifying STEM field, you may be able to bypass the annual H1-B lottery starting this year. This could be a massive opportunity for thousands of highly skilled professionals who previously lost out due to lottery odds. And finally, Change 8, interview waivers expanded for employment-based green cards. USCIS is continuing to modernize and streamline the employment-based green card process. Beginning in September, more applicants under EB1, EB2, and EB3 categories will be eligible for interview waivers, especially if your application is straightforward, with no red flags or criminal issues. This change is expected to cut months off the processing time for high-skilled workers. So, what does all of this mean for you? If you're currently in the process of applying for a green card, H1-B extension, or adjustment of status, you need to act now. Review your documents. Get ready for digital filing. Talk to your immigration attorney about how these changes impact your timeline and eligibility. And if you're preparing to file in the next few months, doing it before September 2025 could mean lower fees, faster processing, and fewer complications. These changes signal a major shift in how USCIS operates: more digital, more data-driven, and more selective. That's why staying informed isn't just helpful, it's essential. Make sure to like this video if you found it helpful, share it with anyone going through the immigration process, and subscribe for more updates on USCIS changes, visa bulletins, and green card strategies.